Welcome again to SYNLAB podcast, where we have been discussing the very interesting topic of systemic lupus erythematosus, just commonly referred to as lupus. My name is Patsy Mokungah, and I'm still your host. And with me here is the very impressive, very prestigious Dr. Faleye.
Thank you.
Now I want us to talk about, advocacy support. What can people who have lupus, how can we support them? Or if you know somebody, your family member, your friend who has lupus, what would you say? Are there support groups in Nigeria for them, or advocacy organizations for this disease?
Let me first start by saying that this is advocacy.
Sure.
My discussion with you today is advocacy. This podcast is advocacy. Someone must have heard about it. You get it.
Yes.
So when we talk about it, we are raising awareness. We are telling people that this exists in Blacks. Now, for support groups, yes, there are support groups that I know of in Nigeria. I think I know about maybe 2 to 3 support groups in Nigeria for lupus, and this has been very helpful because when they go around raising awareness, they get more patients for us. They bring in more people early because they already know their own experience. Once they hear of anyone going through same, they bring to the doctor. Then they have been helpful. They've been supporting each other in terms of fund. Then they've been motivating one another. When I was describing the disease, you were like, oh, then what is this? Yes. Now, most times when these patients are diagnosed, they are worried. What does the future looks like? If it's a young lady, they get to think, can I actually achieve my dream in life? I want to become a lawyer. Imagine a 14, 15-year-old. I want to become a lawyer. I want to study law. Will this be possible with this disease? They are worried. But support group will help. By the time they join the support group, they may meet a lawyer who is 45 years, who has, a fantastic family life. That little child is encouraged that despite the fact that doctor has said this is lifelong and I have to be taking my medications, that means I can still grow. I can achieve my dream. I can settle down. Yeah. Then some will even say, can I have children? But in the support group, they will see that people have children. It motivates others. Then sometimes some have symptoms. We ladies, we care so much about cosmetics. Imagine no hair on the head and no rash all over the body. But there will be somebody to tell the other person that, oh, I was like this before. Look at me now. Immediately treatment commenced, I became better. So they motivate each other. They look for funds. Then they are creating awareness. I think they are even engaging the policymakers. With this disease has to be recognized. They need help. They can't do it alone. Most of our investigations and medications are expensive. So they are engaging the policymakers. We want to be out there. We have recognized HIV. All these ones are, even cancer has been recognized. But this is another, non-communicable disease that, we have to pay attention to. The government has to pay attention to it. NGOs have to pay attention to it. Philanthropists that can be of help to this patient.
They have top of mind.
Yes. And that is what, advocacy and the support group is doing.
So if you know somebody, maybe your family member, your child has lupus, what would you say you can do to help that person's life be better?
Personally, or first of all, make sure that person gets diagnosed. Ensure that the individual is taking medications. Medications are expensive. In fact, anybody that owns up to be paying for medications of a lupus patient is doing a lot of work. Drugs are expensive and they are imported drugs, not local drugs. So you need to ensure that individual is taking his or her medications, then help in terms of diet, exercise, rest. Then, when it comes to an individual, it's even beyond the doctors and the relatives. What of the workplace? They must know that this person has a disease condition that she can be tired sometimes. And they have to understand.
I really hope that the employers can understand this type of delicate matter.
Some will understand. Some will understand. Then even school children, the teachers, they have to understand. You want all the pupils to stand up, but this one cannot get up immediately like others. You don't need to beat. That means they have to be in the picture. We've had children in the past, not with lupus, but because he was unable to, I think they were to do something in school, he couldn't do it. And, they were very cruel to the child. Yes, because the teacher does not want, until I wrote, a letter to the school.
So this involves everybody. Everybody has to be involved.
In fact, everybody in the society.
Yes.
Everybody in the society. There's a support group now that is looking for like a tag. That even when you meet us in the bus, we are not the type of patient that can stand.
Oh yes, I know there are patients that carry, especially patients with allergies and stuff that can carry.
These ones too, they are trying to create like a tag. That if you see me in the bus, I cannot stand. I'm tired. I feel tired sometimes, and I have joint pain or joint swelling. So once you see the tag, then let me tell you about World Lupus Day. It's 10th of May every year.
That.
Yes, that's all about advocacy and support. 10th of May every year. You see the support group everywhere. They engage us. And lupus color is purple. In fact, I'm supposed to be in purple today because we are talking about lupus.
Pretty color. Because as we were talking about them trying to get this camp, in my head, that, the cancer symbol that is pink was coming up. So I'm like, they should have something like that. So I'm glad to hear that they had
lupus is purple, and our logo is butterfly. Lupus is because of the butterfly rash, purple color, butterfly rash. All this is helpful, talking about the tag. Let people know. We are bringing it out to light. Let people know about lupus. Let us know how we can help these individuals and let us diagnose them early. So that's what we are trying to say.
Okay. Right now, what do you think the future in the medical space holds for lupus? Like in terms of research, do we have ongoing research to make at least the medication less expensive? With time, I'm guessing there was once upon a time maybe something like penicillin was so expensive, but now it's better. So what does the future hold?
There are ongoing research. Drug trials, though not in Nigeria. We still need a lot of resources to be able to do that. Yes, the stage at which we are is raising awareness, diagnosing them. By doing all this, you will know your need. Yeah. Then through that, in fact, you can attract people that have the resources to even look at it. Why is this happening in Nigeria? Why are these ones having it? We can even start testing for genes and everything. Then another thing is it that probably there's a specific drugs that work, that there's a specific medication that works better in us than the Caucasians? All we have been doing, we've been following their guidelines, their treatment guidelines, their classification criteria. Work is still ongoing to find out who are we.
And how does it affect
is it similar
us?
to what they are getting? How can we come about? How can, our own treatment guideline and making use of what is available? We cannot be copying what others are doing elsewhere because we may not have the resources that they've got. Yes. But I know that there are a lot of drug trial ongoing. But what we are working on now is getting data. This is the burden. This is the problem. You get it. When we have reporting.
Data drives the society.
Very important, because that's the evidence you've got that this actually exists. If you are not publishing, if you don't have data, then you don't have anything to talk about. So research is still ongoing. And I think what I'm doing now is it's still contributing to risk, because you will be able to, in a way, indirectly, it can affect research. But over there, I know that a lot is ongoing about clinical drug trials or better, newer ways or innovative ways of management of this disease condition.
So I think we can come to a conclusion that there is hope. The future.
Yes, there is hope.
A lot of hope.
There is hope. They should present early. There is hope. When they present, I tell you, when they present, you will be happy. When you see young children in clinic, when they first present, they are miserable. They are sad. But when you commence treatment, when you look at the beautiful girl one day, you will think, is this the patient? It's good when they come. You as a doctor, you feel fulfilled. So what we are saying is that present early. Let's start treatment early. In fact, that will prolong the lifespan of that individual, and it will, there won't be organ involvement in that kind of patient.
Wow, I think this has been an amazing discussion. There's so much to learn. And I think above all else is the awareness being raised for lupus in the society. More people will know about lupus now.
Yeah.
And like you said, there would be that, top of the mind thoughts when things start to come up, like, is this lupus? Is this what we're facing?
Yeah.
And to the end that people are going to get better.
Yes.
Early diagnosis, proper treatment.
Yes.
And a better world for everybody.
Yes.
I want to thank you so much, Ma,
Thank
for
you.
this very enlightening discussion. I'd like you to sign for our 2024 SYNLAB podcast.
I can sign everywhere.
Yes.
All right. Let me use my most simple signature.
It has been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
I know that our audience have learned a lot about lupus. And next time you see the color purple, the next time you see butterflies, think about lupus. Think about the future that every lupus patient has if you know more about lupus. And in doing so, subscribe, comment, share, and also check out our other videos on so many topics, raising awareness about so many health concerns. This is SYNLAB podcast. I'm Patsy Mokungah, your host, and it's been nice having you here.